advice would you give a younger version of your network marketing self? If the first day that you joined, if you can go back and talk to that person and tell them what they need to do in order to be successful faster, what advice would you give them? Start with you, John.
Okay, well, number one, save your money. I wish I spent everything initially, but the biggest thing for me is you have to have that belief, right? So anything you can do to build your belief is going to make you more successful, right? So investing in yourself, as you talked about, because the belief is influence. And when I first entered, I didn't have that belief. I was iffy. And people don't buy you unless you know what you know. So
build your belief, invest in yourself. Stefania.
So I was really broken. People see me today, her Instagram, I could never be like her because of the dresses and the shoes. I was not this person when I started. I was broken, I didn't believe in myself, I was insecure, and every time I had to do a video or a webinar, I felt terrible. I felt like throwing up as well. And I remember that after I prayed over it all the time, I would put on, and I said this at the most powerful women network marketing, so I'm not making this up. I would put on the song "Eye of the Tiger," and I would just go like, believe in yourself, you can do it. You're better than everyone. You can be the strongest. You can help other people. You can empower other people, and just go. And you know what, Stefania? I want to tell you that one day you're gonna be on the same stage where Rocky Balboa thanks to our glory soon. That's what I do. Believe in them. Be stronger always.
All right. What advice would you give to an earlier version of your network marketing self?
Yeah, no, that was awesome. Okay, so what I would say is just understanding the difference between desire and commitment, right? Because when you desire something, you only do it when circumstances permit. But when you're committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results, right? And so for me, it's just making that commitment. That day when I sat down with 4 people and everyone said no, and I came home, and my husband saw me with big tears running down my face. He actually put his arms around me and he gave me permission to quit. And for me, it's just making that decision and understanding what commitment truly is. And so for you guys out there, I would say, yeah, you have to have that Rocky mentality, right? When all odds are against you and your back is against the ropes, are you going to continue swinging? Are you going to continue fighting for your dreams? Because that's what's on stake here, right? Everybody has a moment in time. Esther 4:14 says, perhaps this is the moment that you were created. Maybe this is your moment, but you have to be committed. It cannot be a desire.
Commitment. Love it. Ricky.
Yeah, so for me, it would be pull, drag, tape up, tie up, and force my people to come to GoPro. Honestly, the pandemic or epidemic in network marketing is people quit too fast. I'm sitting here, I watched his videos over and over and over. I can recite them. But I watched his videos and said, one day I'm going to meet Eric. I never thought I'd be sitting here talking in front of Eric. But I did have enough belief from watching him, from watching these $1 million earners on everything he put out. And I said, I'll meet him one day. But I only did that because I force-fed my mind. I shut the TV off. I grinded. When I was knocked down onto the mat, I got back up. But the only way I got back up is because I had belief in the profession. And if you don't have belief, then you're quit easily. And that is what's wrong with the profession. It is possible for everybody. The compensation plan didn't say, Ricky, you're a high school dropout. You can't make millions. I said I made millions when I was younger. I lost it all because I wasn't a millionaire here. This man in Marina made me a millionaire. So today, I'm sitting here because I'm a millionaire. But you have to understand you're going to have a pit experience. Joseph was showed his dream, and the next day he was thrown in a pit. But understand this. He held on to his dream 13 years in prison. You might feel like you're in prison today. But one day, if you hold on to your dream, you're saving your family's life.
Yep.
That's what happened with Joseph. He fed his family that was going to starve. So I want you to think for
Amen. You preach.
Renee Taylor, close your eyes and think about your dream. Think about if you held on to your dream long enough. Now envision a single mom coming home to 4 kids. that can barely feed them. Because you kept and you held on to your dream, she's able to feed her kids. Imagine the ripple effect that you cannot see here, that you will see one day in heaven. So that's what I would do. I would equip people so they would go faster and understand this. By me watching Eric, I knew the key to network marketing was momentum. The faster I could go, the more I worked my butt off. I worked my butt off 250 hours a week, and we'd make $200. How did I keep going? With this. I can tell you the how all the time, all the time. But if you don't believe what I say, you won't keep going.
Believe again. Tony, you got the ability to go back in time, talk to a younger version of yourself, first day he joins. What advice do you give him?
I would tell young Tony, stop bringing your mess into your business. All your gossip and drama and trauma and negativity, your partying. No one needs to see that. No one wants to hear that. No one wants to be a part of that. People are here because, they want something better for themselves, their family, and they're excited about something. And for me, Eric, it was my partying, and I had to get that right. And I had to figure out, I got to get sober because I'm blowing up groups. I'm taking people into a business, and they're dreaming again, and then I'm pushing them away because of Tony's actions. And people watch you all the time. People are always watching what you're doing, what you're posting. And then the second part of that would be more vulnerable. Tell the story. Be the light for people. There's so many people that have those insecurities, those struggles. Work through them, personal develop, get better, and then tell the story to as many people as you can on where you were at, what was holding you back, what was causing you not to grow, not to be the best version of yourself, and what you did to overcome that, and tell that story with the biggest microphone you have, and tell it to the world so they can all hear it, and they all can get better, and they can all go get their dreams.
Love it. Sarah?
Stop second guessing yourself. I did that for a long time. Even though I go to the trainings, I go to the events, I would go back and I would try to apply, and I would take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back because I was always second guessing. And I think, I tell people all the time, I heard someone say earlier about intuition, right? Intuition is your superpower. And, I always tell people, like, your gut is always right. And, not being so caught up in the imperfection, right? Or the perfection of wanting to do it always right. And, I think too, for me, is I know a lot of us are really driven, and I'm very driven, but I also learned how to relax and have more fun. I wish I had way more fun in this business in the beginning, but I took it so dang serious. And yes, I understand it's serious and we want to make money and make a difference, but the moment that I just kind of released the reins of that, like everything changed. And for me, even with the second guessing that happened, what kept me around is that I stay close to the fire, right? That's why I think for myself, like the mentorship of Erica Marina is so impactful and made such a huge difference inside of our life, is that, even through the times that we second guessed, because we stayed so close to the fire in everything that we did, what happened eventually is we became the fire. Mm-hmm. We became the fire, right? So please don't second guess yourself. Take the information that we all hear this weekend and just go do it and do it and do it, and
Love it.
Results will come.
2 more quickly. Jessie Lee.
First of all, you said something at a GoPro, Eric, and you said, too many of you have given yourself another option. And I promise you, those of you who are like, oh, I'm struggling, it's because you're thinking about how you can go Uber and you're not working your business. You're thinking about how you can go deliver food for Uber Eats, Grubhub, whatever, DoorDash, instead of working your business. You're thinking about your job instead of your future. So stop that. This is the option. Go all in, put all of your chips in, and run with this is number 1. Number 2, I need y'all to be yourselves. I played down Jessie Lee for way too long. And there are some of you, like raise your hand if you want to make $1 million a year. I'm just curious, I want to see. All right then. So then stop playing like this much diluted version of yourself. This is not serving anybody. You know what you want. You know what you're passionate about. You know what makes your heart race. You know what sets your soul on fire. You know what keeps you up at night. It is not Ubering. It's not. So you need to be the 100% version of yourself. Stop caring about what your second grade best friend said about you. Stop caring about what your mother-in-law, you want to talk to her anyway, has to say about you. You do you. You do you. Everyone's going to watch. They're going to judge you anyway. Do it anyway. Make yourself proud. And I could go on all day. I'm done.
Love it. Alfred, advice to your younger version of yourself.
What I would say, Eric, is fail forward and fail fast. My first company, man, we went 17 consecutive months without receiving a commission check. And people ask me, man, how you kept going through all of that? It was a quote that I read that says, success is going from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. So I came into that. You would never even know that I wasn't making commissions. I'll show up at the event, didn't even have the money to get in the door, but I had belief, I had vision. And that's where I built my foundation at, Eric. I failed, and I learned, and I got better. So that would be my thing. Fail forward, fail fast, and do it scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, give your love, show your love to this group of incredible all-stars. Give them a big round of applause. Thanks, everybody.